Hi there everyone, hope you're doing well. Matt Bishop here. Today I'm in the ancient woodland of Sant'Antonio in Abruzzo National Park in Italy. I've driven 2.5 hours in the pitch black outer Rome to get here this morning to capture some of these beautiful autumn colours that are in this forest. Now the beautiful thing about this area specifically is there are some ancient old gnarly maple trees and beech trees that I really want to concentrate on and get some great composition. So stick around, watch the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel now. Put in a like, put in the bell for the notifications to support me. It really helps my channel to go forward, and I hope you enjoy this video. I left at 4:30 this morning to arrive in this beautiful location. This place is called Sant'Antonio's Wood. It's in the Abruzzo National Park, and I've come here today to capture autumn, basically. This is an ancient forest. We've got beech trees here. I believe they're beech trees. I'm not sure what type of beech tree they are, but what I know is that they're over 100 years old and they're scattered all throughout this little forest here. Oh my God. These are the type of trees I've been talking about here. So this is a beech tree. The exact type, like I said, I have no idea. But look how beautiful it is. The difficult part is now trying to capture these trees and trying to make them photogenic, which is really difficult. But wow, look how gorgeous they are. Now you can understand why I've driven that far today to get to this location. So before I start capturing some images and waiting for this early light to come in, there's one really important thing I want to be able to share with people. Most of the people that are watching this video, the few of you that are, you already know this, but people that don't have much experience in landscape photography and want to learn something off of me, someone who has been photographing for a long time, I'm by no means the best photographer on the planet, but I consider myself a good photographer. I've taken some good images in my time. The key components to a good landscape photographer are these. It's about having a vision in your head, okay? And this vision is, you know, something that you like, something that you've seen other photographers take. An element in landscape that really attracts your attention. For example, for me today, it's autumn and it's ancient trees, and it's capturing a woodland in Italy that's very different to anywhere else in the world. And so for me, the vision in my head was to capture this idea. Now, when you have that vision, it's then your job to try and plan things, so to understand where you need to go. I mean, that takes planning, it takes research. So once you've got that vision and you've planned everything, it's then your job to execute that vision. And to execute that vision is not that easy. Okay, the majority of us live in cities. We live in urban areas. We're not surrounded by nature. So we have to travel far to get to these locations. For me, for example, like I said, I'm tired. I've come off a really couple of bad days at work. And now I've decided to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get in the car at 4:30, drive through the mountains, out of Rome, up into the Abruzzo National Park in pouring down rain. Once you're here, the whole photograph itself is not so important anymore. We're all capable of taking good images these days with digital cameras. But that most important thing is executing that vision you had in your head. Those are the key components that make a good landscape photographer. You see that? Look how gnarly that tree is. I don't know how well you can see it from the camera, but these are the type of trees that I want to come and capture. They look like something out of Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. I think it's got something really, 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 I don't know another word for it, gnarly. There's a wood chopper in the distance. Anyway, so look, the light's horrible right now. It's overcast. There's a few breaks in the clouds. So I'm going to wait to get good light to capture this. I'm just going to keep scouting around and trying to find more trees like this. So as I'm scouting around, after seeing that tree you just saw before, this is another gnarly tree. It's got an amazing shape to it. It's got this bending branch coming out, but I can't take it. Why? Because I've got this branch coming off here, bending out towards it. This is a huge, huge distraction. The only possibility I could have is if I come around the back. Now, if I walk around this side without my camera, try and get a perspective, I can see whether there's something I can possibly take. The issue is I don't have my wide angle, so I've got to keep distance. I'm going to probably take something from around here. I'm just going to video it on my phone and then upload it onto the video so you can see what I'm talking about. You see this one here from this perspective? See how much nicer that is. Look, so I've taken away that distraction of that branch over there, and if I can get in there with a 24-70, I might be able to capture it. I hope you can appreciate the fact that I've got this this bending, gnarly branch coming off to the side, sort of complementing the composition and making it really interesting. So I'm trying to shoot at the 24-70. Just get my display off so you can get an idea of how I'm trying to capture this shot here. I know it's not that easy to tell, but it gives you a rough idea. So basically, I'm in live view, get my information up. I'm going to do contrast detection through live view for focus to make sure I get pin sharp focus. And I'm shooting at 0.4 of a second, f8, ISO 100. And now I'm going to take the shot with my 2-second timer to avoid any camera shake. Let's see how that turns out. This could be a good one. It's not as large as the other ones, but the fact it's got these bending branches coming through, it could be quite interesting. I think I might be able to make a shot of this. Yeah, like I said before, it's a shame about the light and the atmosphere, but you got to work with what you got. I'm here, so I may as well photograph it. Beautiful. Oh, the one thing I've learnt after 25 years, not 25 years, almost 25 years of taking landscape images is a tripod can be very, very, very limiting to how we approach photography. It's got so much importance, the tripod, in low light situations and fine tuning where we require fine tuning to perform. But when you're in a woodland like this, right, and there's so much chaos, when your adrenaline passes and you're slowing down, you start seeing things really, really well. You know, a tripod can be limiting. You see me then, I had to get on the ground to shoot that warpy tree. I had a vision of how I wanted to create it, and I couldn't do it with a tripod. I shot freehand. We can shoot freehand these days. I mean, to perform that image then, I had to shoot at ISO 400 at f5.6. But the thing is, these cameras are so powerful. I mean, God, this camera is like 8 years old now, so I shouldn't say these cameras. The Pentax K1, it's an old camera now, but very, very powerful sensor. So why not shoot handheld? The trick is I tend to go a little bit wider than what I would normally like to, so that I can then fine tune the composition and crop in later on. And I think that's something really, really helpful to do when you're out on field, is to, you know, don't feel like you have to use your tripod all the time. Shoot freehand. Just make sure your images are sharp. Your shutter speed is high, it's above 1/30th of a second, you've got shake reduction on, and you can get away with taking some really, really good images. ISO 400 is still brilliant. Modern day cameras now can shoot up to 32-6400 and still achieve unbelievably fantastic results. We've got noise reduction technology now that we can also utilise. So there's no reason why you have to be restricted all the time to shooting with a tripod. I've just, as you can see this scene here, I've just captured this scene now, and yeah, it's nice. It's not as good as the denser forest where all the chaos is, but it's something pleasant to capture. Okay, so I just want to correct myself from earlier on this morning. As one of my workshop participants referred to me when we were on a workshop a few years ago in Abruzzo, he called me David Attenborough's retarded son. It's not a very nice thing to say. I didn't say it, he did. But anyway, I can understand why. I'm not the best at identifying trees and animals. As much as I love nature, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't have a background in this field at all, unfortunately. So I was referring to a tree very first thing this morning as a beech tree. It's actually not a European beech tree. This is a European beech tree here, which we can see on the side here. It's quite identifiable because it's got that silver sort of trunk to it with the moss, and it goes straight up. The ones from before, the gnarlier type of ones, they too are a European beech. But this one, for example, in the background, you can see this is 20 metres high, this tree here. This is actually a sycamore maple. So the one I was looking at this morning and I was referring to as a beech isn't a beech, it was a sycamore maple. So I just wanted to clarify that with you, just to avoid anyone pounding me. I'm sorry. That is beautiful. It's actually great to to leave really, really early in the morning and having to hurry to get home. All right, so here she is. Pretty impressive stuff, isn't it, huh? Wow. This is dense into the forest right in the middle. It took me a bit of time to find it. I managed to find it. And probably out of all the beech trees, in this area, this is, in my opinion, the most beautiful, because it, I don't know if you can tell, but this is almost like a mouth or a nose, and there's eyes up in the corner. And you've got like these arms coming out. It's really speaks to you. It's a great find. Lovely, lovely tree. And I was pretty impressed with the shot I got of it last time. But I'm going to give it one more shot. When I take it home, I might have a better image in the bag. So just a pretty much straightforward shot. Nothing complex with it. I'm not going wide. Like I said, I've got the 24-70. So I'm just going to handheld this shot. Light is good. I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can. I'm trying to get rid of any distractions in the area, any other branches that might affect the composition itself. And yeah, that's shot. It's pretty straightforward. I'll put that up on the camera so you can have a look. But love that tree. Love that tree. It's definitely just worth coming here just to photograph that alone. Look at this beast. This is the one I came across this morning. I was walking down the hill, remember? And I said I'm going to come back and take it. I'm looking back the other direction and it is so much better. So this here is a maple. It's actually got stones wedged in between it. Look at that. That's like a piece of rock. It's actually wedged inside. God, love it. So yeah, a maple, ancient maple. I would say a few hundred years old, but I could be wrong. And pretty much what you're seeing in the camera is the composition. I'll quickly put you on the back of my camera screen on live view, and I'll show you what composition I'm taking. But I'm rapt about this. This is going to be the last composition of the day, I think. So what an awesome way to end it. So this is the composition I'm going for. As you can see here, we've got this this maple tree. I've got a bit of the autumn floor with the reds at the bottom there. I've got over in the corner all these sort of the root system sort of exposing, going across into the right hand corner. The branches of this gnarly tree going off into the top there, and in the distance all these complementing trees in the background that sort of go off into those directions. And it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with this, and this is just a fantastic way to end the day. So my live view settings are 0.3 of a second, f13, ISO 100 on a tripod, and it's currently overexposed, so I want to underexpose that by, oh look, I won't even underexpose it because there's not too much. That little bit of light that comes in through the top here is actually complements it a little bit, gives it a bit of a interesting feeling to it. So that's my composition. I'm going to focus in live view, 2-second timer on, take the shot. And let's see how that comes out.